high-speed rail link between London and the Channel Tunnel will cost taxpayers £10 billion over the next 60 years because far fewer passengers are using it than originally predicted. MPs on the Public Accounts Committee are warning ministers not to make the same mistake with a planned high-speed link between London and the north of England, which will cost £33 billion. Our transport correspondent Richard Westcott has the story.
It's the line that carries the fastest trains in the country, taking millions of people from London to Kent and the continent beyond. But it still only carries a third of the number of international passengers it was meant to, and that's left the government with a huge debt. This is where High Speed 1 begins, at St Pancras Station in London. It's brought a lot of benefits to the country, not least the rebirth of this beautiful Victorian station. But it all comes at a price. The taxpayer's going to have to find £10 billion over the next 60 years. And remember, this line was supposed to pay for itself. Now there's a warning. The government will repeat the same mistakes with High Speed 2. That's the controversial plan for fast trains between London and northern England.
By being over-optimistic over the number of passengers, you end up, when you do an analysis of is this a worthwhile investment, saying yes it is. If you cut out that over-optimism, you might end up with a very different answer, saying actually this is a jolly expensive investment that doesn't provide value for money.
And the government's already been forced to defend HS2 recently on the BBC. Following reports, even the Chancellor is going off the scheme. So you can confirm then that George Osborne basically completely and utterly, wholeheartedly supports HS2, because the rumour is that that he's going a bit cold on the idea.
Yes, and that's the simple reality, and there are always rumours because I know that they sell papers and they make for good stories, but I think the reality is that this is a project that has to happen because it's so important for our country.
It'll be 5 years before a shovel even hits the ground on High Speed 2. Plenty of people will try to stop it before then. Richard Westcott, BBC News.